School lied to you. They said good grades equals a good job equals a good life. But half the people with degrees are drowning in debt. They're working jobs that they don't like or they actually hate. They're trapped in roles they never chose or they just drifted into. Because school prepares you to be an employee, not to be free. It teaches you obedience, not ownership. It teaches you how to pass tests and not how to pass on wealth. If you want freedom, you won't find it in a classroom. You'll find it in skills that create income without needing permission. You'll find it in assets that pay you whether you clock in or not. You'll find it knowing how money actually moves in the real world. At school, you're taught to avoid mistakes. But in actuality, in life, the people who move the fastest and are most successful are the ones who learn from the small mistakes early and quickly. Then they keep going. So at school, you're told there will be one right answer. But in property, business and money, the right answer is the one that actually worked. And there are often 5 ways to get there. At school, your progress is linear. In the real world, your progress is actually quite lumpy. You know, there's months of nothing, months of quiet, months of you thinking you're failing. And then one conversation, one deal, one decision that changes everything. So here's the uncomfortable truth about that. If you follow a system designed to create employees, you'll probably get an employee's life. Wages that barely track inflation, your time sold by the hour, someone else deciding when you can actually have a day off or a pay rise or a break with your kids. But there's an alternative, so here it is. Become the person who knows how to find opportunities, how to structure deals, how to raise money, so you're not limited by the funds in your own bank account. Become the person who has a strong network, not just a strong CV. Become the person whose assets work harder than they do. No one taught you this at school, and right now you're probably thinking, what am I on about? Let's start teaching it now. What are the real-world skills that school didn't teach you? The difference between assets and liabilities, where if you own assets, you can be free. If you only own liabilities, you can drown in debt. Next, they didn't teach you how money actually works. You think you know how it works, but it works completely differently to what you've ever been told. Next, actually how to invest in those assets so you can be free. How to invest in property the right way, even if you don't have the money. How to make sure a deal pays you from day one, not one day. How to talk to agents and vendors so you get the call before anyone else. You weren't bad at school. You were just never shown the game that you're actually in. Now, why property? Let me break it down for you. Property is a tangible asset. It's not going anywhere. People always need a place to live. There's huge demand in this country for property, for good quality rental homes, and they say safe as houses for a reason. Also because it pays you passively each month, because the roof over someone's head is not optional. Also, even in uncertain markets, people still need to move, they still rent, they still need homes. And because in times like these, the gap between those who know what they're doing and those who don't gets bigger and bigger, and the wealth moves to the educated. And right now, landlords are exiting. Auctions are seeing fewer people bid, but there are vendors out there who need to sell, and they value certainty more than the last pound. The opportunity isn't when the market's perfect. The opportunity is when you're trained and you're ready to make it work in any market. And that's why we built Property.School. Property.School is our global online platform, helps people like you get into property investing. It's a real school for the skills school missed. We've got training from the top property investors and trainers from Progressive Property, training on all the different strategies, BRR, SA, deal packaging, no money down, HMO, commercial conversions, it's all in there. This is practical stuff that you can use immediately. There are live sessions and live masterclasses where you can ask questions and get straight answers from experts, plus a strong community where beginners and experienced investors share what's working right now. And because the world's changing, we're not pretending it's still 2015. We've just recently launched an AI Hacks for Property Investors Masterclass, and that's included in the Gold tier right now. But it's not going to stay there forever. You can join Gold for less than £1 a day, and it's cancel anytime. So you can go in, you can consume all the content, and you can just cancel. It's completely fine with me if you do that. And I'm going to invite you now to come check us out. Type into any browser, property.school/gold. I'll say that again, property.school Property.School/gold. Come check us out. Look, you could spend the next 12 months hoping your boss notices you, hoping the economy improves, hoping the government gets its bloody act together. Or you could spend the next 12 weeks learning how to analyse an area, run the numbers, speak to agents, spot motivated sellers, raise finance, and execute one deal that changes your monthly income. One deal can cover a car payment. 2 can replace a part-time job. 3, 4, 5, it gives you choices that you've never had before. School told you to wait for permission. I'm telling you to get skilled and take responsibility for yourself. School gave you grades. Assets give you freedom. School taught you how to sit exams. We teach you how to pass on wealth. If any part of you heard this and thought, I was never shown this stuff, then come join us. It's just real skills taught by people actually doing this stuff, and they've made millions. School lied to you, but you don't have to live that lie. Get the skills, get the assets, and get your time back. Join us at Property.School, and let's build the life that they never taught you to build. I'll see you inside.